So it's a grey old day on the allotment, and I've come down because I've got a few little bits to plant in the greenhouse. And I'd like to say a big hi to everybody that's following me. I see that we've got some followers now in Canada, India, as well as America and a few other places. So that is absolutely wonderful. Lovely to have you with us. Obviously, what we're doing is completely different from the weather where you are. So you have to adjust your planting and the kind of things that you're planting in relation to where you are. But it's wonderful to have you following us, and can't wait to hear some of your comments and tips. So this is a tray of corn salad, but I'm going to just plant it down into the greenhouse as I left a little space just to give it some variety. So they're looking really good plants. I'll just show you one. So I'm just going to plant these now. I've planted a few already. So I just popped the last of these in. And they're really good in terms of they're winter hardy, and they'll give us a crop to add to salad leaves during the winter. Just trying to find another one. There you go. So pop all of those in, take that weed out. Whoop, one more little section. Yeah. And a friendly little slug. There you go. So that's the greenhouse now finished in terms of being planted up, and they're growing really well because we seem to have although it's quite wet, we seem to be having a warm end of year. Not too fast. So the veggie in the greenhouse are doing quite well, but you can see they are being completely gobbled by slugs and snails. Some are faring better than others. So we've just watered this whole greenhouse with nematodes. This is probably the last time you can water with nematodes, but we've given it a good soak with some nematodes in the hope that it will reduce the slugs and snails. And what I should also do, so this is all planted now, which I'm really pleased about. That's the spinach there, and corn salad and pak choi. But I've also got a few leftover spring onions, so I'm just thinking I might plant them in between these, in between the spinach here. Just put a few, dot them around as I have them. So that's going to be another job. But it's raining now, so I'm considering packing up for today and going home. So I have these polystyrene fish boxes that I get from the fish shop. They're free of charge, he gives them to me. And I normally have them, I grow sort of in the winter time, and then I grow some herbs or some early strawberries in them and put them on top of my compost bin. But the foxes dug them all out this year, so I've decided to bring them in to the greenhouse because I haven't got a lot growing in here at the moment, and you can see how weedy they are. So I'm just going to weed them and top them up with some nice fresh compost. And I've got some corn salad and some spring onions and some other bits and pieces that I've got left over from planting out, and I thought that I'd just pop them in here, and I'll show you that in a bit. I've given the boxes a weed now, and I'm going to just top them up with some multi-purpose compost, and then they'll be ready for planting up. And it's been really quite warm, so we'll probably get a bit of a crop before Christmas, which will be an added bonus. So I had my flu jab, and that was fine, absolutely. And then a little while after that, I had my COVID jab, and I had a reaction to that, and I was poorly for a week. And I was recovering from my COVID vaccination, and then promptly got the flu, and spent a second week, or just over a second week. This is probably going into my third week now. 1 week with after the COVID vaccination, and then nearly 2 weeks with the flu. So I'm on the road to recovery, I'm very pleased to say, but it does mean that I'm very, very behind with a lot of my autumn things, and have had to realise that there are going to be some things that are just not going to be done. But I'm going to try and catch up the best I can. I have a few bits and pieces of plants that need to be sorted out, and I managed to get my garlic in. I struggled down there a day or so ago. But the broad beans are definitely suffering now. So here are the broad beans that should have been planted a little while ago. They're a little bit dry, so I shall put them into a tray and give them a drink. And I've got a few bits of spinach that I didn't need, that was extra for what I needed to plant. This very small tray of peppermint chard that I was going to plant for the winter to have as leaves with some of my other salad bits, and they didn't get in either. So I'm hoping over the next few days I'll be able to get down to the allotment and plant that. I did manage to plant some of my lemongrass that was looking very sad, so I potted that up into a larger pot, but need to trim off some of these dead leaves, and they'll stay in here in the greenhouse now over winter. So these are all now weeded and topped up, and I've pulled together all of these bits and pieces of end trays that I've just kind of left in the greenhouse. Some onions, some corn salad. I have got a place to plant some of those corn salads, but there are far too many. I won't use all of them. So I'm just going to plant these up. I'm going to give them a good water. Going to give these a good water, and then just plant them up with these odd bits and pieces, because even if nothing happens, you know, something's happened to them. They stand a chance. If I leave them in the trays, they'll just die. So I popped some peppermint chard in there. Whether or not they'll take, I don't know. Given it's so warm, it may do, it may perk up. I'm only wanting them for salad leaves anyway, so I don't really mind. And I've just put a small row of onions along the back for a few spring onions that may grow, and then I shall put some of the spinach in here. The reason why I didn't put all the onions in there is because I've just also cleared a small strawberry bed, and I just thought, oh well, I'll pop them in there actually. So I've just put a couple in, and then I've made the holes in here, and I'm going to plant this one up with all of the corn salad. There we go. Two very sad boxes of very sad plants. The corn salad looks nice, all planted up. I shall give them another water and see if they pick up. It's been so warm that it wouldn't surprise me if they do, but as I said, nothing lost if they don't. The carrot bed's in a terrible mess. Loads and loads of weeds growing over it, so I'm going to clear all this, take off this fleece that's been covering it, clear it all up, and then recover it. So it's going to take me a little while, but I've just, because these are the autumn carrots, and I've just had a little look, and I can see that there are some nice carrots here, which once I've cleared it, I should take some of these tops off as well. so that the slugs and snails don't get at all of them. I think I may be late with a couple of them. So, yep, it's going to be a big job to do today. So that's all cleared and tidied away now, just to put some hoops up and put the netting back on, and I'm very pleased with that. Like always, I forget to say, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, write any comments you like for feedback. But until the next time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy gardening. Bye.